Yes, Fred, I'm going live tonight. Because I'm live right now. He's not in here yet. But he just sent me a text. So, yeah, surprise, surprise. Tootsie's live. Just for a little while. The sun should be out of everyone's eyes here in just a few minutes. I sort of timed that just right. But yeah, since we didn't get to go live Tuesday, figured I'd go live at least for a little bit tonight. Not planning on being on long, as far as being live long. Hey, Jimmy, what's up, buddy? Good seeing you again, or good chatting with you again, because I just got done chatting with you on another live just a little bit ago. Hey, Diane. Same for you as also, Diane. Good chatting with you again. I was chatting with you just a little while ago. Yeah, I figured I'd go live at least for a little bit tonight since we missed Tuesday night. Because Diane's saying, well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? Diane saying, hey to Jimmy. Hey to Leslie, the Harvey Five. Hey, Trump is getting ready to talk at the RNC. They're introducing him now. I didn't think that was going to happen till 10 o'clock. Leslie, they said on the news it wasn't coming on till 10. That's the other reason why I wasn't going to stay live long. At least that's what the news told. I mean, I know it's going on right now, but as far as he wasn't supposed to do his speech and stuff till 10 o'clock or around that time. But I mean, if it's showing that, I understand, because I mean, I was kind of wanting to see it too, but I'll see it when I see it, I guess. And Jimmy saying, hey. Fred says, hey there, get your G key fixed. Who knows, Fred? It was still acting a little bit on meeting at the altar live there when I was at home earlier before I got on my phone. I hadn't changed the batteries or anything yet. I think it's just that button. Like you said, I got to get some of that stuff to squirt down in it. I think it's more the button than it is the batteries. If it keeps acting up, I'll get it fixed. Jimmy says, are you coming to the fall car show? I have no plans of doing that as of the moment, Jimmy. Matter of fact, who was I telling that to? Oh, my buddy here in town. Well, one of my buddies. Not the one that I normally go see, but another friend of mine. We were talking on the phone there, and he was sort of asking the same stuff. Matter of fact, he was just asking if I was going to go back to Pigeon Forge in general. And I said, as of right now, I have no plans to go back to Pigeon Forge or the Smoky Mountains as of right now. And then Fred and Connie says 10 p.m. is his speech, Central Time. So that would be 9 o'clock my time. No, wait a minute. That'd be 11 o'clock my time. And Fred saying, hey, Leslie. And then he changed it to 9. So, yeah, 10 o'clock my time. It's 9 p.m. Central Time. But I figured I'd go, because there's a few things that I wanted to tell without a week going by. And something to show y'all as far as the ones that don't know, that come in on the live show. And I'm a little bit early because I know I told a few people 8:30, and I just now realized it's only 8:25. And Fred's saying hey to Diane and Jimmy again. Yeah, because we were, and I need to say the same for Fred too. Hello, Fred and Connie, because I was chatting with y'all also a little while ago. At least the sun's behind the trees now, where I'm not blinded by the light. No pun intended. Not talking about the song either, in case YouTube flags that. I actually heard that song today too. That's what's crazy. I heard that song at the place that I was at earlier today. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. And I wasn't expecting too many to come in tonight either, it being not a normal night for me to be live, number one. And number two, like Leslie was mentioning, I knew the RNC was happening. But as far as from what the news had told me, though, they wasn't supposed to show it on TV till 10 o'clock, as far as my time on the East Coast. There's Gary with 2 R's saying hi, y'all. Hey, Gary. Tootsie's over here laying in her seat. Everybody's saying hey to Gary with 2 R's. But yeah, here in just a little while, I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. See if any more come in, and if not, it's okay. I'll still tell everything and show everything, because I know a lot of them will definitely watch the replays. Leslie says, well, they lied to me. Well, who lied to you? I mean, who told you that he's getting ready to do his speech? I mean, I'm just curious. If you want to answer that, Leslie, you don't have to. I'm just curious, because I know the news can lie also. They lie about every day, just about. The lady we was watching said his lawyer was going to introduce him. See, I got told something completely different on that too, Leslie. And there it is with what I was saying about the news. The news told me that it wasn't his lawyer that was going to announce him. It was hold on a minute. Who'd they say? It wasn't his lawyer. They told it was somebody else. I know Hulk Hogan. That's a tongue twister. I know he's supposed to be there, and then the fool that does the WWE, and Kid Rock's gonna be there singing. But they told it was somebody else that was going to introduce him. I can't remember now who it was. Leslie says she didn't. And Gary says, Leslie, are you watching the MSDNC? They lied to you. And Leslie says, it's not his lawyer. That's what I'm saying. She didn't. Okay. And everybody's saying hey to Leslie and Gary. Leslie says, they always lie, Gary. No, I'm not watching them. We had another good rain again today. It has rained around the same time for the past 3 days, and we're supposed to have rain for the next 7 days. So if anybody wants any rain, I'll send it y'all's way. I didn't care that it was dry here. No, we needed some rain just to get the dust out of the air and stuff. But Lord, they're calling for rain here every day for the next 7 days, or at least the next 7 days they show it on the forecast. Leslie saying hey, Gary saying hey, and Leslie saying hey. Jimmy says it's still dry where he's at. Well, Jimmy, I'll try to send some of this rain to you. I know you're north of me, northeast, and it's all coming from the north to the south right now. I'm kind of surprised you're not getting any. I guess that front must just be dodging y'all somehow or another, because that cold front's what sent us the rain today. And so far, I'm caught up on the chat. But I will, while I got it on my mind, Fred saying we finally got some good rain today. Yeah, I saw where you'd told that in that other live show there uh, earlier here tonight, this evening. But I know I put up the video to let all y'all know about my aunt, so I would definitely appreciate all the prayers. And I know I said that in the video also, but just wanted to thank everybody again. She's doing good. Other than that, I don't really have any other news or updates other than what I'm going to show, and then the one thing that I want to tell, which has to do with other stuff. It's all around Jimmy right now. The rain's all around him, so he's missing out on all the rain. There's a few areas, the next county down below me, they had a flood happening for a little while. And then all the other counties around me and down towards Charlotte and even towards the east, there's a few places got hit pretty hard with some wind damage. That's just, based off what I heard on the news this evening, late this afternoon and this evening. I know where I was at, there was a heck of a storm came through, but I didn't see any damage or anything like that. It was just a lot of wind and heavy rain for a little while. And then Leslie says, we have had the first beautiful day we've had in weeks today. The temp was nice and no humidity. There you go, Leslie. That's that front that we're getting now. What's already came through you, where you're at, we're getting that same front now. But supposedly we're not going to have beautiful days. We're supposed to have on and off showers for the next 7 days. So who knows, next Tuesday night when I go live, it might be raining on us. I hope not. I hate doing live shows in the rain because then y'all can't see. And to me, it don't seem it's much entertainment for you guys. But don't get me wrong. I know how we all don't really care as much about the view as we do just getting to chat with everybody and getting to talk to each and every one. But I still like to be able to show y'all something worth seeing versus water, raindrops. Fred and Connie says it's becoming stationary across our state up through Europe, right? And I think it's supposed to, and I think that's what's happening with us too, Fred. It's supposed to become stationary, and I think that's why it's going to rain for the next quite a few days. Gary says, hey Leslie, our new VP is from your area. And Leslie says, the town next to me. Showing love. He seems to be pretty good, just based off what little bit I've seen of him and things that I've heard him say. But I mean, today was really the first day that I actually got to see the news, as far as watch the news. And Leslie says, have you seen his movie? He's an amazing person. What movie has he got? I didn't know about a movie, Leslie. I hadn't heard that part yet. And that's why I say I hadn't really, today was really the first day that I really got to see the news. I've caught bits and pieces through the week, but not watched like the whole thing or sat down and watched enough of it. I know the news that I watch. I know at one time he was a Trump hater, but now he's a Trump lover. Uh-oh, somebody's getting pulled over right there, and that's unmarked. Just went through the intersection. Must have got somebody for speeding. Leslie says, Hillbilly. Oh, wait a minute, I did see something about that, but I didn't catch on that it was a movie. Ron Howard directed it. They filmed it in Middletown, Ohio, a town over from me. Cool. Well, that's cool. I did see something about that that what you said there, that Hillbilly Elegy, I think's how you pronounce that. Rob, Denise, hey guys. Hey Rob, how's Rob? How you doing? And Denise, how's your sister doing? And Leslie says it was a book also about JD's life. I do remember seeing a little bit of that. When you mentioned that, Leslie, I did catch a little bit of that, but I didn't know exactly what they was talking about. I think whenever I was seeing that part. Everybody saying hey to Rob and Denise. Hey Angie Sue. Saying hey Jeff, you surprised me with this live. Just got home. How are you and Tootsie tonight? We're good. We're good. I haven't been live long, about 15 minutes, give or take. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Looks like I got quite a few popping in now. So I will show you guys what I got to show you, and then I will tell what I got to tell. I'm still waiting to see if one person. Well, I'll go ahead and tell this part. Leslie, do me a favor if you don't mind, because I know you got, or either Denise. Rob, Denise can too. I can't remember who else has got her number, but whoever's got Miss Virginia Alexander's number, and whoever wants to text her, let her know I'm live, because I have got something to tell her. But if she's busy, tell her that that's fine. She can watch the replay, because she might be busy. I think she does something on Thursday nights. So let her know though that if she can't come in, that it's completely fine with me, but she can watch the replay to hear what I was gonna let her know. And let me get caught up. We're in the wait mode. He had that other procedure Tuesday afternoon, so now we wait. Yeah. I couldn't remember what day I knew it was this week, but I can't remember what day it was that you told. So hopefully he will get the same kind of report that my aunt got, which is a great report. So everybody in here, keep Rob in your prayers and pray that he gets a good report once he finds out, everything that he needs to find out about all the stuff that he has going on. Let's see, let me get, because it jumped on me and I don't have my other phone with me again. It's actually still in the camper, if y'all want to know the honest truth. I see everybody was saying hey to everybody. Gary says welcome in, Rob and Denise. Hey Nancy Edwards, about skipped over you, and I apologize. Hey, thanks for coming in, Nancy. Make sure I didn't skip over anybody else that I hadn't said hey to yet. And then I read Dry Creek's there. Hey Ed Griffith, I like that old time rock and roll. Hello Jeff and Tootsie. Let me see, make sure, because I thought I maybe saw a comment from Ed. No, I didn't. So that's when Ed came in. How's Ed doing tonight? Angie saying hey, Ed saying hey. Hey Diamondbacks has just got on. Dry Creek saying hey to everybody in here. Fred saying hey to everybody. Leslie said she texted her. And Leslie, let her know that if she can't make it in, that I completely understand that she don't have to. I just thought maybe she might want to at least be in here when I tell this part, because she has no clue what I'm going to say or what I've got to tell. There is one person in here that does know what I'm going to tell. Let's see, let me get back, because Angie's saying, hey Josh, it can be up to 2 weeks. Lord, I hope you don't have to wait 2 weeks, maybe just a week like my aunt, had to. But hopefully you'll get the news before 2 weeks. And then Denise says, yes, we're hoping for that too. Amen to that, Denise. And I know a lot of us in here are hoping the same thing. So we got to keep the prayers going, because the prayers work. Jimmy saying hey to Ed, Fred saying hey, Dry Creek saying hey, Ed saying hey, Virginia. There's Virginia. There's Miss Virginia. Okay, now I can start the show and tell. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Ed says we're doing all right, Jeff. Just getting a bunch of bad news from my bless your heart. Well, prayers for you and your wife, and hopefully you'll start getting some good news. Virginia says I didn't get the notice. That's okay, Virginia. I know sometimes YouTube don't notify everybody, because that happens to me. Definitely happens to me. And that's one thing I hate about the iPhone, is that it won't make a sound when it'll show me YouTube notifications, but won't make a sound. And then there'll be times though that my computer will notify me, but my phone won't. So go figure that. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. I'm gonna try to get caught up real quick. Nancy says hey to everybody and prayers for Rob. And Dry Creek's thanking Nancy. Virginia's saying hey. Jimmy's saying hey. Dry Creek says we appreciate all your prayers. Well, we're definitely gonna keep Rob and you and your sister in our prayers, Rob and Denise. Everybody sending prayers to everybody. No, nothing to be scared about, Virginia. You're actually gonna get probably tickled about this, and well, I'll tell it here in just a second. Let me get caught up on the hey Danny D, hey, thanks for coming in. Hey everyone, here I'm lurking in the bushes. You're fine, Danny D. Dry Creek's thanking Angie, Fred saying hey to Danny D, and Virginia saying hey to Jimmy. Okay, so a few of y'all that's in here know, or probably all of y'all I guess know, that I went to Kicking It Country's shindig Saturday. And let me flip the camera around, and I guess I can take my sunglasses off. So I went to Scott with Kicking It Country's YouTube channel. He had a shindig at his place Saturday, and had an awesome time. So I got to see Fred and Connie and Blaine in person, in the flesh. I got to meet PSV Odyssey, which is Paul and Meg, in person. They both of those have YouTube channels, so I got to meet them in person. I was really excited that I finally got to meet Kenny in person. That's Ford Man, aka Kenny. What's Kenny's last name? I forgot his last name already. I think it's Ford, aka with Kenny, is his YouTube channel. I don't know if he tells his last name or not. I got bad memory sometimes, and I apologize if you're watching, Kenny. I apologize, but I'm glad I got to meet him in person. I was tickled to death, because I know he's looking forward to it. But I know I disappointed a lot of y'all. Yeah, Kenny Oaks. There you go. Thank you, Danny D. I couldn't think of that to save my life. But I know all of them that was there was disappointed because I didn't have the star of the show with me. Come here, Tootsie. Come here, because I know everybody's wanting to see you. I didn't have this one with me up at Scott's. I knew I wouldn't be able to have a good as a time as I did if she would have been with me, because I'd have had to been keeping her with me and keeping an eye on her and all that good stuff. And plus, Scott had the fireworks, and she does not like fireworks at all whatsoever. Uh, so got to enjoy all that. I mean, Scott put on one heck of a shindig. Him and his family. I mean, there was a crap load of people there, and Blaine and Fred and Connie were, and Scott and Amber, and of course his kids. They were the only ones that I knew, as far as knew what they looked like and knew in person. Everybody else was all new to me. But Scott's dad was awesome. He, like I said, his whole family was just awesome. I mean, and they had one heck of a spread of food to eat. And I think about all of it got ate up too, from the looks of it. Some of it didn't even last by the time I got in line to get food. I mean, it was that good. So anyhow, so before I get to Miss Virginia, Scott had a cornhole tournament. And I know some of y'all know that I finished third in the one up in Pigeon Forge. But up at Scott's shindig, you're looking at the cornhole champion, along with Scott's brother, Nathan. Me and Nathan were partners, and it was a blind draw, but me and Nathan got partnered up together, and me and him won the cornhole tournament. And that's the medal that Scott gave us. And then of course there's, and it's backwards to me, but I think y'all can read it as far as with y'all seeing it. But that's the, so I'm the cornhole champion up at Scott's. And his dad is good. His dad is good, and I know his dad was wanting to win it. I could tell. And I had to play against his dad. But me and Nathan got some lucky throws. Because if we had lost to his dad, then his dad would have played in the finals and would have probably won it. That's no kidding. So anyhow, so back on the food part. So Fred and Connie get there, and they come here, Toots. Every time I get done petting on you, you get back down in the seat. So Fred and Connie show up after I'm already there. Scott brings them, shuttles them down on the ATV, because they got coolers and chairs. And so here they come running up to me. They say, stay put, don't go nowhere. I said, I'm not going nowhere, I'm right here. I said, what do you need help with? He said, I don't need any help, just stay right here, gonna be right back. He says, got something for you. And so here comes, and I don't have any of this with me, because, well, the one thing I forgot, I could have brought it. The other thing is already gone, which has to do with Miss Virginia. So Fred pulls out a bag of treats for this one. She gets a bag of treats. I get Miss Virginia's world famous cinnamon bread that Connie made for me. And I'm gonna tell you what, Miss Virginia, that's something else. That's something else. Mouth watering. That surprised me. That was a real nice surprise that Connie did for me. And that's the reason I, sort of kind of wanted you in here, Miss Virginia, and why I said on Fred's Live last night, made that sort of hint of a comment, And so I wanted to let you know, Miss Virginia, that recipe that you gave Connie is something else. There's Blaine. Blaine, I'm just now telling the cinnamon bread that Connie made for me that came from Miss Virginia's recipe. And I know y'all are commenting, and I'm way behind. I'll get caught up as quick as possible. But I just wanted to tell all that. And also, and Leslie, don't you get offended by this either, Leslie, because y'all are both, in my book, a 100%. Because it's I can't compare the two because they're both exactly the same and mouth-watering. But Connie also made banana pudding, and I tore that up that day at the shindig. So, like I said, Leslie's banana pudding and Connie's banana pudding are off the charts. So I wanted to tell that right quick too. And of course, here's, star of the show that got beautified Tuesday. And somebody has got their car rattling because they're playing bass music. And I'm going to roll this window up now that the hoodlums have showed up. The cruisers, or whatever you want to call them. Let me get caught up on the comments. I'll flip the camera back around. But that's what I wanted to tell. I didn't want to let another week go by. I wanted to tell all that, and then how great of a time that I had up at, I know you're wanting to be petted, and how great of a time I had up at Scott's shindig and stuff. I mean, it's awesome. Metal. I mean, everybody up there just, it's like being around family, like your own family type deal. I mean, it really was. It really was. It was just a real great time. Heck of a fireworks show. Everything was awesome. And Scott, I don't know if you're in here yet, but once again, I appreciate the invite. I really do. So let me get caught up with you guys, because I know I'm behind. All right, let me get back here to where I know Miss Virginia came in. Let's see, where am I at here? Okay, I remember where Virginia said she was scared, but okay, right there where she said she didn't get the notice. Nancy sending prayers to Rob. Dry Creek was thanking Nancy. Virginia saying hey. Jimmy saying hey. Dry Creek says we appreciate all you. Okay, I read that. Angie sending prayers to Rob. And then there's where Virginia says, now I'm scared. Danny D says, hey everyone, here lurking in the bushes. And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Danny D says, yep, I know. Virginia says, yes, Rob and Denise prayers continued. And Rob and Denise is thanking Miss Virginia. Everybody's saying hey. And then that's where Leslie was letting me know his last name was Oaks. And Danny D says, Meg is amazing, even though I've never met her. Yeah, I got to meet her in person, Danny D. She's a nice woman, laid back. She's quiet, but she's still funny. Everybody's saying hey right now, and then that's where they're letting me know about the Kenny Oaks. Yeah, Meg and the C's. And everybody's saying hey. There's Scott saying, what's up, y'all? And Scott says, oh my God, I just picked up the phone and saw you were live. And everybody's saying hey to Scott. It says, I heard that banana pudding got gone like it never been there. Yeah, you're right, Ed. I mean, poor old Connie didn't even hardly get to eat any of it, because by the time she got to it, and I understand it too, because she wanted everybody else to have first dibs and her be the last to go get some. And I do the same thing. If I make something or bring, it jumped on me. Let me get back. But I do the same thing that Connie did, though. But thank the Lord she at least got to eat, a couple bites of her own banana pudding. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Let me get, because that jumped on me. I let go of the chat. Lord, I'm way behind. Okay, right there. Scott's saying, hey, Virginia says, thank you, Virginia. She's congratulating me on the cornhole. Scott's saying, hey. Danny D saying, hey to Scott, what's up, buddy? Angie says, nice job. Thank you, Angie. Scott saying, hey. Ed says, Jeff, my money was on the winners. And Diane saying, hey. Gary says, Nathan must have been an awesome cornhole player. He was. He actually probably made more shots than I did, especially in the hole. I've done lost count now how many. He got more in the hole than I did. I mean, and that's no lie. I mean, I know I threw a few in the hole, but I'm pretty sure he got way more in the hole than I did. Most of mine, would just land on the boards or whatever, and that's, I guess, where I was helping out. But yeah, if it wasn't for him, though, I mean, he definitely, that's what I'm saying. But Scott's father, though, Lord have mercy, his dad, by golly, he can play. I was watching him throw before the tournament even started. I said, uh-oh, we're in trouble. Everybody's saying hey right now. Trying to get caught up because everybody's saying hey right now. Daniel Brown. Hi, how are you today? Good. New Zealand. Welcome to Yes, My Friend. Cute love. Good dog. Subscribe. Done good. My friend you. Hey, Daniel. Hey, thanks for coming in. You're definitely new to me. I appreciate you coming in on the live show from New Zealand. So I'm reaching across the world now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Danny says, did you make your tongue slap your brain? Probably so, Danny. Fred saying hey, and Virginia says that was so nice of Connie. Yeah, it was, Virginia. It was nice of Connie, and it was a heck of a nice surprise that I got to try your world famous cinnamon bread recipe. Everybody's saying hey right now. Daniel says, Life, how are you today, my good friend? Talking to Fred and Connie. Blaine says, oh, you better be glad I didn't know you had cinnamon bread. It would have accidentally, on purpose, be missing. Well, see, I thought you knew about it, Blaine, because you made a comment in Fred's show last night, and that's why I was telling you to hush, because you started talking about Virginia and her food and trying to get a meal from her and stuff, and I thought, Lord, Blaine's gonna let the cat out of the bag, but I didn't realize that you didn't know that. So I apologize for telling you to hush last night, because I thought you knew. Daniel's giving I appreciate the thumbs up, Daniel. And Virginia says, I'm always afraid to send anything like that in the mail because it would ruin. And no, I got it in person, Virginia, if you're talking about the actual food. I got it in person. I mean, she made it, had it in the cooler, and gave it to me. I got it home real quick, kept it in the refrigerator, and then I put it in the microwave and warmed that sucker up, and Lord have mercy, mouth water. And I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. And I misread her comment. She's saying, I'm always afraid to send anything like that in the mail because it would, you're right, Virginia. I mean, you'd have to package it, them certain ways or whatever, and then there's no guarantee that it would still be fresh or still be right, through the mail. And I apologize. I misread her comment, misunderstood her comment. You know me, I gotta have fiascos. On my own live show. Everybody's saying hey right now. Fred was saying good, Daniel. Fred says, glad you enjoyed it and want to share it with you to enjoy since we can't make it up to Virginia's. Yeah, I know a lot of us want to go up to Virginia's, but Virginia would kill us if we all showed up saying, hey, feed us. Diane says, I understood that Virginia made 3 dozen sugar roses for a friend's wedding cake and had shipped them. Really? I didn't know that. And Dry Creek says, oh, wow, Diane. And Scott says, I'm so thankful to everyone that made it. You don't know what it means to us to have y'all there. I'm pretty sure I got a little bit of an understanding, Scott, because I would be feeling the same way if I did something like that, like what y'all did, because that was a heck of a shindig. There's no way I could throw one that big with it being just me and Tootsie. I'd be pulling what little hair I got left out. Danny says, yeah, and she is my mod partner. There you go. Talking about Meg. Daniel sending love. Fred says, someone there told me not to eat it because they already had 2 plates full of it. I know who Fred's talking about. Blake says, yes, he did, Fred. He cleaned up house. Scott says, hopefully we'll do it again next year with more fireworks. There you go. Sounds good to me. Lord willing, the creek doesn't rise, I'll try to come again next year. Blaine says, absolutely, Scott. I might come a couple extra days to see the area. There you go. See, now I thought maybe you showed up on that Friday, Blaine, because I misunderstood, I guess, from a comment from another show that I was thinking that, I think it was on Scott's show, actually. I thought you were rolling in on like that Friday. But I misread that one also, too. Virginia says, Jeff, my son-in-law loves that cinnamon bread. I make it, but have never tasted it. I did taste the blueberry lemon bread. It's good. You know, Virginia, I get it, because Leslie's the same way. Leslie can make a heck of a banana pudding, but she doesn't eat it. And I'm like, and Gloria, my buddy here in town, the one that passed away, she was the same way also. Made a hell of a banana pudding, but she didn't eat it. So, I mean, I understand, but you might need to at least try one bite of your own cinnamon bread, Virginia. I'm telling you, that's some good, and heat it up. Heat it up, because that's what kicks it in. Scott says the championship game was the game between you and, that was it? Yeah, that's right. That's right, it was. Lord have mercy, I'm losing my mind. Well, I knew I'd played against your dad, but I'd forgot that was the championship game. That was the championship game. And Blaine says, my gosh, the Hicks have multiple boards and play often. They are professional Hicks. Yeah. And then Ninja has sent me a message wanting to know if I'm coming into bingo tonight. And as soon as I get done with the live show, I'll go into bingo. But yeah, they had 3 sets of boards, and I know some of y'all, probably watched the video or the live show that was done that day. Hey, Amanda, please. It's Amanda, please. It's Amanda, please. The peace, please. Yeah, Blaine says, dang, this show is going worldwide. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it, Blaine. I'm going. I don't need to get any more chatting. It's all I do to keep up with the chat. Scott says, sounds good, Blaine, and we'll spend a couple of days in the Honda Pioneer. There you go. Danny says, hope I get to meet Scott and Amber when I go to Dollywood at the end of the month. And Jimmy says, hey to Amanda. Fred says, Scott, you better order your fire suit now if you plan on it to be larger. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Blaine says, I got to shindig late, so I didn't see it. And Scott says, Blaine, the only thing us Hicks are professionals at is being rednecks. And Amanda says the meow is out. And hey, Peyton Outdoors. Hey, thanks for coming in. And Danny's going, Blaine. And Scott saying hey to Amanda. Amanda saying hey to Blaine. Scott saying hey. Ed saying hey. Amanda saying hey. Scott saying hey. Everybody's saying hey right now. Amanda says, I can't keep up. Hi, everyone. Leslie says, well, I'm so glad you got to enjoy someone's banana pudding. Yeah, I mean, because it's rare that I get to eat banana pudding unless if I go to a restaurant that's got it. Between you and Connie, y'all are the only two that I've gotten to do the banana pudding other than Bucky's. I did get the one from Bucky's. And I will admit, Bucky's banana pudding does not hold a candle to yours and Connie's. It's all right. I can gum it down, but it don't hold a candle to Leslie's and Connie's banana pudding. Peyton saying hey, Virginia saying hey, Amanda says I'm subscribed to your YouTube channel, Virginia, and several others. There you go. Yeah, hey Amanda, everybody that's in here, hit the subscribe button because there's a few others in here that does live shows, Amanda. There's quite a few in here that do live shows. So click on everybody and go to their channel and subscribe to them if you want to, Amanda. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. Blaine says Mallory and I got there around 4:15 and was at the shindig at 5:30. And I hate that Mallory wasn't feeling good that day. I hate I didn't get to see her. I was looking forward to getting to meet her again. I mean, I've met her in person, but I've only got to meet her the one time over in Pigeon Forge. Scott says Leslie, the Harveys need to plan on being with us next year. That's right, Scott. I'll do what I can too to try to tell Larry to get his butt in gear and load him and the wifey up and the kids and head down here to good old North Carolina. Hey, PB Pam. How's Pam doing? Everybody saying hey to PB Pam. Leslie says, I'd love to, Scott. And everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Virginia says, thanks, Amanda, but I don't post anything. It's fun to see subscribers, though. I'm amazed. And everybody's saying hey right now. Amanda says, soon Ariana will subscribe. Yeah, I doubt that, Amanda. I doubt Ariana even knows who in the world I am. Scott says, we only had one mishap with the fireworks, but it sure was a dandy. Yeah, it was a dandy and a doozy, and I loved it. I loved it. Everybody's saying hey to everybody right now. Fred says, we couldn't tell it was a mishap till we saw Ruddy. Yeah, that is the truth. Now, I have to be honest, I could, because I know fireworks are not supposed to go off on the ground, as far as the ones that did go off on the ground. So I knew something had happened. I knew something bad went wrong. I just didn't know how bad wrong it was going to be, because I was ready to run. I was ready to run. But Fred's right though. You could see the flashlights and hear them yelling, saying, "Run, run!" Yeah, there you go, Leslie. She's give the Bucky's banana pudding the middle finger, and Amanda says banana and ice cream. And Blaine says, Scott, not sure if the mishap was shown on that video. And Amanda says, Ellen had a lady on the phone and no one was ever certain if Gladys is real. And Blaine says, Scott almost got cornholed. Yeah, him trying to stomp him fireworks out. PB Pam says, I haven't been on Oculus this week. And Scott says it was Blaine, and I'm downloading that video right now. Thank you. And Blaine says, okay, good. Glad I got the mishap. And Amanda says, Ellen was a good show, especially when Miss Gladys was on the show. I only watched her a little bit. Not much. I caught a few of her episodes, but I didn't watch her. And I know that's more of a woman's show than a man show. I do know that much, and I'm caught up on the chat. Fred says it was the kicking it version of Fiasco. And Fred, I gotta watch the one that you sent me. That's the uncut version. And then Blaine is laughing with Fred. So I'm caught up with the chat. I'll cut the lights on. But yeah, I just, because I know, like I said, I know the RNC is going on, and I know probably some of y'all in here is probably going to watch that because it's going to come on here in a little while. But like I said, though, I wanted to go live tonight at least for a little bit, and I've almost been live for an hour. But that was the main thing, though, was to thank Scott again for what an awesome shindig party that he threw at his place up there. And just I had a great time. And then, of course, I wanted to let Miss Virginia know that I got to try her world famous cinnamon bread, where she gave Connie the recipe, and Connie made it for me as a surprise, because it was definitely a surprise. Did not know that was coming, did not expect that. Definitely didn't expect Tootsie to get treats either, because they all knew that Tootsie wasn't going to be there, but yet they still sent her a present. So that was really, really nice of them. Amanda says Amanda Bynes was on Ellen very often, and Scott says yes, it was, Fred. And the sky looks pretty since the rain's gone for right now. Yeah, Fred won the 90s TV show trivia. Sure did. Did you get them all correct, Fred? I think you got all but one. Is that right, Fred? I think you either got them all right or all but one. Because I know we talked up there, and I'm trying to remember that right, because I even forgot that I played against Scott's dad in the final game. My darn brain, I guess, ain't working right or something tonight. I've had all kinds of fiascos. Couldn't remember Kenny's last name. Bless my heart. But that's the whole point of why I don't want my channel growing. I know it's going to grow. I know there's going to be more coming on chatting. A lot of it, I might as well say a lot of it is my fault. But yeah, it's all I can do to keep up with everybody. It's like I told him last night. If poor old Tootsie could talk, boy, it helped me out a lot. I'd get her to read the comments. Blaine says, and thankful to Scott's parents for allowing outsiders who feel like family. Yeah, hit the nail on the head right there, Blaine. Because I said that earlier, I think before you came in, that it's crazy how they, it felt like you was with immediate family, even though you weren't, because they all were so nice and just, housewarming, I guess, if you want to use that word. Just heartwarming. Okay, yeah, Fred, 19 out of 20. Ed says, in my mind's eye, I can hear Jeff singing Old Flames can't hold a candle to when he was eating the cinnamon bread and the banana pudding. And Scott says, Paul won the 90s country trivia. And yeah, Paul knew his country. That's a fact. And hey, Landa, saying hey to Jeff and Tootsie. Scott says, we got everything in but the booty shaking. That's right. And we didn't do the fart contest either, Scott. Nobody mentioned about doing the farting contest. Leslie says, remember when you went to Dario and had to fill out an application to get a chocolate shake? Good times. Yeah, I remember that, Leslie. Remember that just like it was yesterday. I do remember that. It says, Jeff, that ain't what I said. Wait a minute, what'd you say? I read your comment, Ed. What do you mean? Fill me in, Ed. Fill me in. You got me confused right now. Blaine says, Scott, you shook your booty, but not how you thought. Hey, Donnie. Hey, thanks for coming in, Donnie. I hadn't got to see you in a while. Hope you're doing good. And Virginia's saying, hey to Linda. Danny says, if you did the fart contest, Amber would have won that. Yeah, Amber would have won. Reread it, Jeff. Oh, okay, so I didn't read your comment right. I apologize. In my mind's eye, I can hear Jeff singing Old Flames, Can't Hold a Candle to You, when he was eating the cinnamon bread and the banana pudding. I read that. Am I not reading that right? I thought I read that right. And let's see, Scott says, Jeff, after the fireworks, my farts turned to turned to poop. Scott. Linda's saying, hey to Virginia, you're back, yay. And everybody's saying, hey to Linda. Ed says, you read it, but you made it sound like it was me saying it. No. I wasn't meaning it like you were saying it, Ed. I was just reading it how you had it wrote. Blaine says, Scott, you almost cleaned your colon out. A new colonoscopy. Scott's laughing at Blaine. Yeah, and I know I've told this before on my live show, because that reminds me, talking about the colonoscopy and cleaning your colon and stuff. We used to have an advertisement on the radio here on our local radio station that we have, and yes, Lenore has a local radio station, believe it or not, for 20 some years now. But I think going on close to 30 now. It's Kicks 103.3. If anybody wants to look it up, they do live stream. So you can actually find them on the internet and live stream it and get the great news of Lenore and the Lenore area. But anyhow, there used to be an advertisement on there. It was called Apple. Let me think here for a second. Apple Herbs, or Apple City Herbs. I can't exactly, but anyhow, his advertisement was, come on in and see us. We're here to clean your colon. Cleanse. That's where your life begins. Come on in and see us. That was how the advertisement went. I mean, he'd sit there and say, we have a product here that'll clean your colon. I mean, I can't make this mess up. And like I said, I know I've told that one time before on a live show. Danny D says, hope you clean the bathroom up, Scott. And Ed's laughing. Scott says, Danny, I couldn't make it to the bathroom. And then Amanda says, Lucille for Christmas. Blaine says, I've heard of Kicks 103. And Amanda says, Lysol. And Virginia says, Linda, I had company last week when Jeff was live. They didn't leave until 10:30. Yeah, and I forgot about that. Virginia was busy last Tuesday night, because she did send me a text to let me know, and which is fine, because I mean, I know life happens. Not everybody can make it in all the time. You know, even if I go live on the same days all the time, not everybody's going to be able to come in, and I completely understand it. And that's why I don't expect everybody to come in. I just do this for fun. Ed says, I think a colonoscopy is a bunch of shit. Daddy says, I guess Scott pooped in the woods. Well, I will have to admit, Scott, Blaine, Fred, because y'all were there. I slipped off and went to the woods to go pee, because I kept waiting on the bathroom in the house, and I thought, well, you know, somebody must be, you know, must have had one hung up or something. And I'm not being serious about this. I'm being funny about it, as far as saying what I'm saying. But I sat in the house there for a little while, and I said, well, I guess they got one hung up. I said, I got to pee. So I just sort of eased off and slipped off away from everybody and went and peed in the woods. And I know this is the first I've told of that too, to anybody. None of y'all knew that story. Blaine says no, he pooped. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, it says no, he pooped on the way and streaks were brown, Danny. It says that's okay, Jeff. Bears go to the woods to poop too. No, I didn't have to poop, but I had to pee real bad. Amanda says Scott is going to the shitter right for the first time since St. Patrick's Day. Lord have mercy, Amanda. Daddy's laughing at Blaine. Linda says, Virginia, hope you had a nice time with your company. I didn't know if you were watching baseball. And the man says, sorry, I got the wrong name. And let's see, Nay 90. You are new to me. Hello, that sky is beautiful. It is pretty. Thank you for coming in. And Leslie's got her hand over her face, probably from the comments I was making. Scott says, Jeff, I told you that's the best place to go. Yeah, I know you did, Scott. But I knew that I hadn't told any of y'all that story. And I almost forgot about it. Because that was another one I was going to tell. Danny says, poor Amber has to clean Scott's undies now. And Scott's saying, hey to Nay Nay. Ed says, Scott, with all them trees you got around that house, that's a good place to go. Nay Nay says, you're very welcome. Glad I caught you live. Hey, thanks for coming in. I'm getting ready to get off or end the live show because I know there's stuff going on TV tonight. And plus I want to go home and get on VR, if you don't know the honest truth. I got people wanting me in bingo. Amanda says the sky looks like Schubert. Lord. Come here, Toots. We can tell everybody good night because it's almost 9:30. I usually quit around 9:30 anyway on Tuesday nights. But hey, Nay, I normally go live on Tuesday nights. If you're wanting to really know, I didn't go live this past Tuesday night because, everybody that's in here knows where my aunt got her update. So I didn't be able to go live Tuesday night. But surprised everybody tonight with a live show for a little bit. Scott says, Jeff, once again before you go, praise God for the news your aunt got. Yeah, thank you, Scott. Thanks, Scott, and I appreciate it. And like I was, I was telling earlier also right at the beginning, thanking everybody again. I know I did on my video that I put up, but thank all y'all again. You're welcome, Nay. Let me cut some lights on. Let me fix the camera. There we go. Now you can see us. That's the star of the show, Nay. That's who everybody comes in here to see. Not me. This one. She's spoiled rotten too. Virginia says, Linda, we're watching baseball. We swam and had dinner. Also, we really enjoyed the evening, but missed everyone on here. I did watch the replay. Yeah, I knew Virginia. That's what it was. She didn't text me. She watched the replay and told me in the replay comment that she had company that night. Amanda says, I went to Leo Sawyer concert in May. And Ed says, hey, Jeff, I jogged today. I didn't want to, but the ice cream truck wouldn't stop. And Blaine says, amen, Jesus is a miracle worker. You're right, Blaine. And back to what I was telling though, thank each and every one of y'all for all the prayers for my aunt and stuff. Me and Tootsie really appreciate it. I just wanted to thank everybody again, live, instead of in a video. And then let's see, hold on a minute. Okay, right there. Scott says, yes, sir, Blaine. Nene says, I know. Oh, so cutie. I understand that. Mine is 14. He's sickly, but he's my heart. And I can understand that, Nene. Yeah, she will be 9 this year. Here in just a little over a month. Her birthday's going to be here in just a little over a month. And Lord, my camera's moved again on me. So it's sinking down like Meta's doing us in bingo, where we're sinking down in our seats on the count of their fiasco they got going on since they updated and stuff. Yeah, we're getting ready to call it a night because everybody's saying good night. Amanda's saying arf arf to you. Blaine says, Ed, I just jogged to the fridge. And then there's where everybody said, wait a minute. Tootsie's so pretty and pink. Thank you, Linda. And then everybody saying good night. Tootie's giving kisses. She wants it to. Yeah, that's right, Virginia. Jeff, when's your birthday? Mine is next week. Yeah, I knew some of y'all already knew that. But yeah, mine's next week. Amanda says, I'm almost 30. You're youngin', Amanda. You got a long way to catch up with the rest of us in here. But anyhow, hey, thank each and every one of y'all for coming in tonight. As always, love all y'all. I enjoy this. I hope y'all do. I'll keep doing it as long as I can. As far as I know, me and Tootsie will be live back to normal next Tuesday, unless if something comes up. But we will see y'all next Tuesday night, Lord willing, and creek doesn't rise. My shirt, it just says Booties Outdoors, which used to be, right quick, somebody asked, it says Booties Outdoor, which that's who used to sponsor the fireworks and the boat parade down there where I go to the beach. But they don't sponsor it no more. It's a fishing outdoors equipment store. They don't sponsor it no more. The Merle's Inlet Marsh Walk is who sponsors it. This shirt's from 4 years ago, 4 or 5. I'd have to look on the back to see the date. Virginia says, Connie, thanks for making the bread for Jeff. And everybody's saying good night and stuff. So yeah, Scott says, good night, everyone. Make plans to join us next year and Jeff at and beat Jeff at cornhole. I know that's what he's meaning right there. Remember to keep Christ in your heart and you will have peace in your mind. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And good night. Yeah, and that's right, Ed. Love each and every one of y'all. Good night. And Lord willing, and the creek doesn't rise, we will see y'all next Tuesday night. Bye, everybody. All right, we're headed back home, Toots. I'll let everybody tell everybody good night. I'll be in the show.